MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Tanner Roark gets the starting assignment in this one for the Jays. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Tanner Roark a lot of times gets lost in the shuffle. Really good sinking fastball. Former reliever that worked his way into the starting rotation. 93 to 95 miles an hour with sink. Power slider. Good changeup. I'd like to see him use the changeup a little bit more. Quality three-pitch mix. A pitcher and not a thrower.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Trey Turner is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first 2 games of this set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, Dero, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first. But both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Clear skies this afternoon. 84 degrees is our first pitch temperature. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now. 3-2. Michael Brantley is on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hernandez is there, and he'll bring this one in. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I'm watching the guy they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. His batting average is on the rise right now. And if you look at his last 10 games, you know why. He's hitting over 350 in that span. So he's found his groove. He's hitting just about everything right now.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. His career line against Roark up until this point. He's batting .500, 6 for 12. He's taken him deep once. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Ruda will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Trey Mancini.
Digging in, Trey Mancini. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. On a line, that's a base hit into left field, and this will bang up against the wall. The throw pulls him off the bag.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that one. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those two-out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, Dero, you touched it on it right there. I think as a pitcher, you try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That two-out double right now, he's going to have to buckle down to try to keep this game scoreless.
Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. But it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. 2-2. Here it is.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. The relay to second now, but he's safe as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Every manager and every pitcher in the league loves to play with an early lead, and they've got one here. Back-to-back doubles put them up by a run with the opportunity to stretch the lead here with another dangerous hitter set to step up.
So now Carlos Santana, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. And he begins the game just a single dinger shy of 30 for the year so far. Santana in front with a 2-0 count. Santana, a former member of the Cleveland Indians. He was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a
diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. Orioles get a run on the RBI double. On to the bottom of the first, and it's 1-0 Baltimore. John Means will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Digging in now, Vance Perez. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 to him now. Pitch on the way.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1. Fouled off. And he fouls this one off. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. This is popped up. Nunez calls for it. One down. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
At the plate now, Ben Ruda. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air into shallow left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Batting third, the third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Standing in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So a 2-out single gives him new life here in the inning, but it's a bright spot in what's been a fairly dismal season offensively for them in terms of overall batting average. And as you see, they're 2 away from the bottom spot in that category. 13th best, if you will, in the AL. Now at the plate, Lourdes Gurriel. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that doesn't amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball grounded towards second. Reined in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Orioles are on top, 1-0. Striding in, Anthony Santander. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one.
Anthony Santander.
First pitch of the at-bat. Back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting 7, the catcher.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has, an absolute howitzer.
Stepping in now, Jorge Alfaro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He'll start this one at 274. 17 home runs, 56 runs batted in. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Biggio ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The second baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
In now for the O's, Eduardo Nunez. Now here's the pitch.
Nope.
A ball and a strike. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Off balance throw. Gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles, who played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Stepping up now, Bo Bichette. And as you can see, he has been slumping offensively.
Designated hitter, Bo Bichette.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball is in there for strike one. Oh, and he hung him a curveball there, and he's going to live to regret it as this ball is going to wind up well over the wall in left field. A long home run. A solo shot here to left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as the Blue Jays are even now at 1 run apiece.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. He comes in at 262 on the year, 21 homers and 65 RBIs. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
No outs, nobody on. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. Hit hard down the line. He's got it. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And let's take a look at Michael Taylor. The ability again to play center field, both corners, to go get the balls in both gaps and have a strong arm.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. A ball and a strike. Now the pitch.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
This inning didn't get started the way he'd hoped with that home run, but I've got to give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last two guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
In now, Kevin Biggio. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. 2 out, nobody on. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Brantley is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But the Jays are able to tie things up thanks to the solo home run. We've played 2, all tied at 1-1. Striding forward now, Michael Taylor, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. And the pitch.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
And the pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
So one away here with the bases empty, and into bat is Trey Turner. First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
The 2-0. Fouled away. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken below the zone for a ball.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2.
Great job of doubling up with the fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Payoff pitch one more time. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Here's Michael Brantley. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. Here comes the first pitch. A pitch out. The throw. And a good decision to pitch out that time as he is toast at second base.
Well, they guessed right on the first pitch out. Sometimes you have to wait a pitch or two in the at-bat to try that, but they must have had a pretty good idea he was going to be on the move.
Two and 0 to Brantley. High in the air out to center field. Ruda is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Orioles held in check there. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. So stepping in, Gabriel Moreno as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
And that is through into right field for a single.
In today's game, with so many shifts being deployed on a day-to-day basis, for a batter to stay tall and drive a backdoor breaking ball the other way fires me up.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Vance Perez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Comes set and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Moreno on at first. Nobody out. Fouled off. And another foul ball. Now another 1-2. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if he'll throw it. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base hit.
To the plate now, Ben Ruda, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. The 2-1 misses the zone as he pulled the bunt back in time.
Yeah, now you've got a guy up there trying to give you an out by bunting. So the last thing you want to do is waste pitches and maybe put yourself in a situation where you could walk him.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Brentley is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, this ends up being a sac fly, but you gotta love the effort out there. Sacrificed his body to make that catch, and I'll tell you, that didn't feel good. Probably saved extra bases by making that play.
So one away in the Toronto third, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
All right, no more hope, and he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here, because this is definitely.
In just a sec as this ball is driven into the outfield. This should score 1, maybe 2. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-1 ball game.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given up more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing. And we're only in the third inning.
At the plate, Bo Bichette, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Rendell Grichuk.
Now batting, Rendell Grichuk, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-1 pitch on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to attack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
The throw into second. The throw, and he's tagged out at second. But 1 run does come in to score on the play before the inning comes to an end. So they score 4 times on 5 base hits, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. The Blue Jays on top, 5-1. Next will be the designated hitter, Trey Mancini. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Biggio is underneath this one. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Miguel Sano.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Miguel Sano. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Two balls and no strikes to Miguel Sano.
Hey, after the double in his first at bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
2-0 count, the pitch.
That's ball 3.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And the 3-1. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. Here's a high pop-up. Moreno is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground, and that will be a base hit here for Santana.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan. They don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Row, when you've come up all the way through high school, Little League, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Has a look, now the pitch.
Nope.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. From the stretch. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line, but it bends just foul into the second deck.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. One left for the Orioles. They're down 5-1. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He told me it feels like every ball they've put in play has been a laser. And the numbers back that up. 6 of their hits have come off the bat at 90 miles an hour or harder, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Teoscar Hernandez. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And a good eye there as the Jays left fielder's able to move the count in his favor at 2-1 now. Popped him up. Santana has a play. One down. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And as you can see there, they find themselves hovering just a few spaces above the bottom in the entire American League. Stepping into the box, Kevin Biggio. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. And no chance on the throw here as he reaches first easily.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle, and you know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Gabriel Moreno is at the plate as he watches ball one. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. The 1-1 home. Hit toward the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So it's an early shower here this afternoon as this will not go down as one of his better outings. Marcus Walden answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. So now to the plate, Vance Perez, as he'll take a look at ball one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 1-0 is taken, strike one. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Ready now, Ben Ruda. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that misses ball 1. Walden has registered more than 80 innings of work and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the belt, kicks and deals. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Brantley is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will come across to score on the sacrifice fly, as this is now a 6-1 ball game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Stepping in.
Ball 4, take the ball. 3.
Digging in to try it again, Eduardo Nunez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
Ball 1 to start the at bat. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Juan Nicasio is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Michael Taylor will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now. Howie Kendrick will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 6, Howie Kendrick.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0.
If you're hitting in this situation, you have to look one spot, and that is all. This guy is really scuffling out on the mound. The bases are loaded. 2-0 count. He's all over the place. One spot. If it's not there, you have to take.
3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Challenge pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Wow, they went to the pen because they like the matchup, and what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run, so much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Swing and a fly ball, but shallow, and that's not going to do it. Richard has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Now in the box, Michael Brantley, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Guerrero is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just one run. So one run on one hit, one error in the inning, and 3. Howie Kendrick will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in as the power-hitting second baseman, Kevin Biggio. Jake Marisnick is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field.
Now pitching for Baltimore, number 15.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
A close one, 8-7.